I guess I will go and watch the message board.
Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to this week's edition of AIWF Ringside Wrestling. And yes, the Zoom tech crew in the Philippines has come through. At least that's where I think they were from. They have come through, and we are back streaming live again. Of course,
we know somebody that could like send somebody over their house and punch them in the kneecaps or something, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
For putting us off in this predicament.
Well, you know, the funny thing about it is I ended up yesterday when I was in here playing around with it, I ended up deleting the app because when you first stream, it downloads an app to your computer. I deleted the app, deleted it from the recycle bin, downloaded it again, and here we are. So go figure. So maybe that's all that needed to be done from the start, but I doubt it because they told me that that this was an ongoing issue for several of their customers, and so it would be October before it was resolved. And hey, October 22nd, it's resolved. So they kept their promise.
Well, since we're back live, I'm also glad that I chose to wear pants.
Well, that's good. Well, that wouldn't bother anyone. Nobody would know if you didn't, as long as you didn't stand up. But you had to stand up
but you know how I am. I could have just stood up saying, well, you know, if it don't go right, they'd always just, you know, retape the show.
No, we're live to tape here, buddy. There's no post in this show.
Thank you, Ginger, for making me wear pants.
Good thinking, Ginger. So, hey, look, let's start it out. We've got some breaking news tonight. Just about an hour ago on the Mid-Atlantic page, we've been talking about Clara and her open challenge and all that good stuff. Well, it appears that challenge has been answered. Have you guys seen this video yet? I just saw it like right before I walked in this room.
Right before I logged in, I watched the video. Yes.
All right. So
it's your arm, is it, Brian?
That's
okay. I didn't know. I thought, man, that's talent. I always knew he was talented, but I didn't know he could do that.
All right. So the video's a little fuzzy, but we're gonna meet Clara's challenger. And it is something to see here. Let's take a look and a listen here.
Hey guys, it's the Spark Jada Stone, and I was just scrolling on social media and I saw that Miss Clara was issuing an open challenge for the women's title. And I'm free October 29th. So Clara, I'm gonna take you up on that offer. See, I love your work ethic and I love how hard you grind, but me and you both know that you've never been in the ring with anybody like me. And AIWF, come watch me debut and see why everybody calls me the Spark. Clara, keep the title warm because come October 29th, it will be around my waist. And Clara, I'll make you believe in the spark. See you October.
I'm muted. We have it. The mark, the spark. The spark. I said the mark. Oh God. Sorry, Jada. The spark. Jada Stone is going to challenge Clara for the Mid-Atlantic Championship. And gentlemen, I've never seen Jada before. But that doesn't mean anything because my, travels in the independents are pretty narrow and limited. Brian, you're more well versed in the indies these days than I am. Are you aware of Jada Stone? And if so, what can you tell us?
I'm not, but she really talks a good talk. If she can back it up half as well as she says she can, then Clara is going to have a pretty big fight come Fright Night.
Yep, absolutely.
She looked a little too happy about it to me. She looked, what the hell? Oh, it's them decorations we was talking about, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, it's old now.
This is
challenge
Sam.
Accepted.
This
she looked a little too bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Sometimes those are the ones you have to look out for.
Yeah,
when they're that.
We all know how Claire is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'd be that excited about getting in the ring with Claire, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. But challenge has been accepted, so I am thrilled to death with that because I've been saying on this show for weeks now. Please don't be another con job like with, Ricky, the Mid-Atlantic Ring Rat. We did.
We'll be handing out candy at the Fright Night.
2 months ago.
Well, apparently a couple of months ago, Jada Stone made her debut on Impact Wrestling.
Well, against Tiffany Neves or Neves.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh,
So
that
obviously
changes
she's
everything, man.
right. So she's obviously a serious competitor then.
Yeah, she's appeared on a nationally televised promotion. So
Mhm.
there you go. All right. So she's not just playing around. Okay, so we will see the Spark Jada Stone headed our way for Fright Night. And I guess we'll go ahead and jump into the slideshow here. We got plenty to cover now. That's for sure. Let me see here. And can you guys see the slideshow?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So as normal, we start out by telling everybody that AIWF Ringside Wrestling is putting a headlock on high advertising prices. You can get your ad read here for $10 a month, only $10 a month, or $6 a week if you need it. We can shoot you a video commercial, and that'll only cost you $30 a month to run that. We appear right here on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Some of the shows are going up on the AIWF Roku channel, which had a ton of content added to it recently, with a lot of the old episodes of Mid-Atlantic Live going up there. So catch us wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We are also on Instagram. All you got to do is search AIWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling on Instagram. And now Rick Diesel has joined the Instagram army. You can find him at Diesel 24/7. That's Diesel 247. And you can see a lot of good video clips there, and Justin Flash has joined the panel as well tonight.
I'm sharing it, by the way, so just to let people know that we're on live. So y'all just keep talking. You got plenty of help this week, man. I'll go back to doing my thing again.
Yeah, I know your favorite thing is watching the chat. Absolutely your favorite thing.
Well, I'll take it as it comes at me.
We'll see if we get any action tonight. Football's going on right now still, and the last episode of House of Dragon is tonight, so I don't know if we're gonna have that many people join us, but we'll try to get off the air before all that. Premier Auto Detailing is our latest sponsor. We can make that old jalopy look just like it rolled off the showroom floor. All you have to do is call 336-883-5722. Again, for those listening, 336-883-5722 for more information. Yes, indeed. Premier Auto Detailing, serving the Mount Airy, Surry County area. If you can get car cleaned up, squeaky clean, showroom new, give them a call. Once again, that number, 336-883-5722. So we are coming down to it. This coming Saturday night, it's Fright Night, and I can't wait. Regular ticket prices, $8 for the floor, $6 for the bleachers. But come on, folks, Veterans Park, there's not a bad seat in the house. You want to be there. Bell time.
Excited.
I am too. I'm really stoked. This is my first Fright Night in a few years, so I'm very, very excited about this. Feel free to jump in wherever you want to, fellas.
Hey, I'm sharing this thing. I'm working. You guys go do your thing.
Yeah, we got to fill the air time.
I guess I'll go ahead and say hi. And yes, I'm looking forward to Fright Night as well. It's been a while.
Yep. Brian Danzig, you've had a big part in Fright Night over the years. It's hard to believe this is the 25th anniversary of Fright Night. We started this thing way back in 97, right?
Yeah. It is. It was always a special event for me during my career, and this one looks like it's going to be a very special show for especially for the and that's a good thing, especially for the 25th anniversary.
And you know what, man, if you knew us back in the day, you'd understand why the family lived for this show every year.
Oh yeah.
This was our Christmas, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
Yeah, and here's another piece of trivia for you. We saw Brian Danzig, at least the best of my knowledge, debut his face smasher move at Fright Night in 97. I believe it was at the first one, Brian, where we saw you use that for the first time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah. And
Oh,
that was a vicious move too, Brian. Would give you a double underhook and just drive you face first into the mat. And I don't remember anybody ever kicking out of that. I mean, as a matter of fact, he did it to Terminator X one time onto
I'll
a
be
flaming
back.
chair. Uh-oh, Rick Diesel's
Wait.
gonna stand up. Watch out. Shield your eyes, children. But as a matter of fact, Brian used that move on Terminator X onto a flaming chair, which, Brian, I tell you, that made the move all that more effective. That's for sure.
Oh, it certainly did. Yeah, it was as if it wasn't devastating enough. You add a chair and then just
A few
just add a little
third-degree
extra,
burns.
yeah, go ahead and add some fire to it.
I can't remember if you ever used that on me, but if you did, I probably wouldn't remember it either way. So.
No, you probably wouldn't, honestly. Yeah, because the lights tend to be sleepy time after you hit that move. So, yeah. So, but anyway, check out these cool souvenirs. We're going to get to the Tees Creations ad in a minute, but I mean, this is part of it. Honestly, they've got the tumblers, to keep your drinks cool with the Fright Night logo and picture on it and everything. And they've got, looks like that's a sweatshirt, but I think they can do t-shirts and hoodies as well. Is that correct, Rick Diesel?
yes, sir.
And they're only like $20,
Wow.
$20, $25, something like that. The tumbler, I think, is 20, but yeah, they're very reasonably priced.
Yes,
So-
yes, very much so.
And any of you guys out there that know, and I'm not going to dump on anybody's particular website, but wrestling souvenirs, from national promotions or even like, bigger indie websites can get a little pricey. So it's very refreshing to me that these things are being kept at an affordable level. And hey, and this is not the type of print that's going to come off the first time you watch it either. Watch it.
Right.
So, this is good stuff here. But that brings me to Tees Creations Custom Apparel. They have got sweatshirts, t-shirts, just like you see, offer tumblers now. They can do just about anything. If you got they've got a website set up. It's a beautiful website, teescreations22.com, or you can search them on Facebook. Just search Tees Creations. But the best place to go, in my opinion, is teescreations22.com. You can order t-shirts that they've got ready made on that website, or if you need to contact them, so you can order like a custom t-shirt, say for your ball team, or you're having a family reunion or something like that. You can reach out to them, and they can and they'll reach out and chat with you, find out what your needs are, what you're looking to spend, and they can help you out. And that's teescreations22.com for custom.
And if that family reunion is in West Virginia, we do have discounts if you want to do a family reunion and a wedding on the same thing.
Is that also good in Tennessee?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
The only reason I'd say I remember the guys from Tennessee that would come down and to the Carolinas to wrestle with us. I remember they were joking about that they had seen an article or they had seen a newscast that was bragging about the fact that people marrying their cousins had gone down 10%, and they were like bragging about it like that. It's like, good job, Tennessee.
Where was somebody come and told us one time, correct me if I'm wrong, so I probably am because I'm old and my memory, we discussed this at the first program. I could have swore I remember somebody coming to a show one time and saying that their state had passed a law that they could not eat roadkill anymore.
Wow. That sounds crazy enough to be true.
Hey, I got something right here, Matt, whenever you go back to the full screen there, all right?
All right, yeah, go right ahead. Oh, you want me to go back to the
Yeah, when you go back to full screen, I got something I want to show.
Okay, all right, I can do that. Hang on a second. I got Rick Diesel wanting to show us something here.
You ready?
So, yeah, let's take a look.
I'm not on full screen on mine, but I am on everybody else's, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
you
you can
ready?
see the panel. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Got it framed, baby.
Yes.
That is a perfect picture right there. You
That was
couldn't.
the best picture ever taken right there. Let me get the glare off.
Yeah.
Jackie Mitchell took that picture. As a matter of fact,
Mhm.
let's give credit to the photographer. You know,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she did a wonderful job taking pictures back then.
Mhm.
This one, she outdid herself. I mean,
Yeah.
you could just see Terminator X just staring down at that flame.
You can
Yeah,
also
there's
see
just-
how
there's just
red the
nothing you can
flame
do
is
about
making his face.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can see the light from the fire lighting up his face. That is incredible. So for those of you listening on podcast, do go out of your way to watch the video of the show on YouTube or Facebook, and so you can see this picture. It is absolutely spectacular, and I hadn't seen it in years.
I
thought
had
they
it
were
rolled up
lost.
into an 8x10 and framed.
Yeah, I thought that thing was
So,
lost to
When that-
time.
someday this is going to Brian, by the way.
Yeah, that's
When
awesome.
I die, Brian, this is yours. It's recorded.
All right.
Now. Can't nobody
Good
take it
deal.
away from you.
It's out here on the public airwaves now. So that, yeah,
That's
there's
right.
no denying it.
It's locked in.
So interestingly enough, that match took place in Stewart, Virginia, one of our better drawing towns over the years, because it was right in the middle of Mount Airy and Martinsville, where we had our TV. And that was in, I want to say, like 97, Brian, is that right? I think.
That sounds about right.
Mm.
Probably, maybe closer to 98. But yeah, it's around that time. I'm not good with time anyway, but yeah, and my brain may be scrambled a little bit from too many chair shots. And
Gonna get mine.
but yeah, I think you're right. It was definitely in the late 90s.
Yeah, and that was a lumberjack match. I remember this because this is where I learned to watch the monitor when you're doing commentary. Because I'd always because since we were sitting at ringside, we'd look straight up, and we had a monitor right here that we were watching. Billy was hit me on the arm right at the end of that match, and you can hear on the call that I make, I can't see what's going on. All I see is the fire, and I'm like, wow, the ring's on fire, and then bam, and 1, 2, 3, and I'm just like, what, as a play-by-play man, I was like, what happened, and Billy, to his credit, quick on his feet, he was watching the monitor, and he was like, he gave him a face smasher on the chair. It was on fire, Matt. It was on fire, like that. And so, yeah, we were all stunned.
My favorite reaction though was
I know what you're gonna do. I love this.
What was his name? I can't. That he was the mentor manager of Generation X.
Shoot name or gimmick name?
No, it wasn't Judge. No, it was
Alex Rhinoff.
Alex Rhinoff. Yes, yes. You could just tell that, you could just see the shock on his face and the way he was talking. He said, "This stuff with burning people, he just ain't gonna get it."
He just ain't gonna get it. He sure did.
Hey guys, we have a legend in the what am I gonna call this damn thing, Matt? Chat room?
Yeah,
Whatever?
just call it the chat and comment section, whatever.
Okay, comment section. Chuck King.
Chuck King is here.
wow.
Yes,
go.
Chuck King is in the
All right.
comment section, buddy.
All
He's
right.
watching.
Welcome aboard, Chuck, to
Cool.
this train wreck we call Ringside Wrestling. Hope you enjoy it, sir. Let's see. So, y'all want to talk more? We want to get back, I guess, to Fright Night somewhat. I mean, we're talking about
All
this.
the matches have been announced now.
Yep. So
We just had somebody say that they're very excited about the casket match, which is, that's a weird match in itself, but we won't get into that.
I saw a casket match last night. Let's see.
That was a pretty good match.
Yeah, we're talking about Halloween Havoc. NXT, they had a casket match last night. It was pretty cool. Let's see. But anyway, Clara issued an open challenge. We know that Jada Stone is going to be her opponent. She calls herself the Spark. We've never seen her in Mid-Atlantic, but she's going to debut, and she's coming after Jade's title. She said she's coming after Clara's title. Goodness sakes. Talk about memory loss. But she's coming after Clara's title. This is her first time in AIWF Mid-Atlantic. She said she respected Clara's work ethic, but said she was going to take the title from her. Thoughts, gentlemen, on this new person coming into the Mid-Atlantic?
Well, I want to know if she'll respect her on the 30th.
Yeah. And
Well-
go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is, respect doesn't necessarily mean she's going to face her in the ring, put her hand out to shake it, and have a fair fight. Respect just means she knows that she's a dangerous opponent and she's taking her seriously. So the fact that she does respect her is not necessarily a good thing for Clara. And she is right that Clara has not, at least here in the AIWF, defending her title, has not had a real challenge so far since winning the title. So this will be her first and biggest challenge to date as far as defending the title, the AIWF Women's title.
Yeah, Justin Flash, your thoughts, sir?
I'll just say that respect has not come easy for anybody who's a member of the Fighters Club, the way they've been running about doing things lately. But you can't ignore the fact that you have to respect their success. I mean, the women's champion, recently the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship and the Tag Team Championship.
They got all the gold.
It's hard not to respect that, but just kind of the way they're going about doing some of the stuff they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Such as the ordeal with Rose. I still haven't gotten over that one, but it's going to be an interesting match next Saturday, seeing these two go at it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing I guess we better mention, Jada, if you're out there watching. The Fighters Club does stick their nose in, and don't think because this is a women's match they're not going to.
No, that's how Clara won the belt in the first place.
Yep.
And the fact we've already seen the fact that they don't mind roughing up a girl, because I mean, we've seen that already. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So they'll do whatever it takes to win. They don't care the circumstances or the person. So I mean,
I know I've only been around AIWF, well, been back around for a short while, but I have learned to watch my back when the Fight Club is involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gorilla Monsoon said, you better learn to grow eyes in the back of your head. That's for sure when they're around.
Hey, I don't even carry change for the concession stand in my pocket no more when they're on the show.
Yeah. The only thing that's guaranteed to happen in this match is Clara's probably not going to have time to braid David Parrish's hair before the show. So since she's got a match tonight at this show. So I thought that would be funnier than the reaction that I got. I really did. I've been sitting here debating on telling that joke for like 5 minutes and it did not go over well. But you have to break it. If you're gonna make omelets, you got to break some eggs, right? Okay.
Amen.
Sorry, Matt.
That's all right. Hey, that's the way it works. You try and you fail. And then you try again. Dirty Joe is going to put the cruiserweight title up against Jay Malachi. We talked about Jay Malachi at length last week, Rick Diesel, and when he was on AEW Dark, and Taz just having a terrible time pronouncing his name, which really surprised
his name. He called him Malachi or something. You said.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all talked about that recently.
Yeah,
I was thinking I was saying it wrong. I'm like, it is Malachi, right?
Yeah, it's Jay Malachi.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
you would think the commentators, they would have that little thing in parentheses, how to pronounce the name,
like Facebook does.
I thought the same thing, Brian. I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, just on your note cards, just in parentheses, this is how it's pronounced.
Ask somebody.
Or just tell
exactly.
them.
Yeah. Well,
Go up to him. I mean, I see guys at our shows do it all the time. Hey, I want to make sure I pronounce your name right.
Right.
It's not hard.
Yeah, the first time I got handed his name, I was like, how do I say this? And they were like, Malachi.
Justin Flash got trick-or-treaters.
Check
A little early, but okay.
Yeah, don't forget to give Sammy some candy. You know what happens if you don't. But anyway, so Dirty Joe putting up the cruiserweight title against Jay Malachi. Jay Malachi is a serious challenger to Dirty Joe, but Dirty Joe has run through all the competition that he's been faced with since winning that title. And he won that thing way back in the spring. So, you know, he's had a very successful title run with that cruiserweight title. And I look for him to have an outstanding match. What does that say? Hey.
You trying to get somebody to work on his air conditioner?
Hey.
AC said hey in the comments.
Oh, AC said hey in the comments. What's up,
Oh,
AC?
man, I'm sorry. I'm not doing my job.
I'm watching it, Rick. Come on now. You want me to take over?
Bless me. Sorry.
Let's do a pick 'em on this one, guys.
No, listen. I got a question before you do that.
Okay.
I got a question for Justin Flash. And Flash has been wanting to wrestle Malachi ever since he come back, ever since he seen him in the ring. Right, Flash? Am I right?
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen a couple times, but
This is kind of your dream match. All right. What if Malachi wins that title?
I mean, I'm
I
going
mean,
to do
that
what I got to
sweetens
do
the
to
pot
get the
for you,
opportunity
right?
to take it from him, right? As I always would try.
Is that a challenge, Justin Flash?
Yes, if he beats Dirty Joe, I will face him for that cruiserweight title.
Oh, there we have it. Okay, get the paperwork together, championship committee. Let's go. Where's Commissioner
Let's
Dave?
see that one.
I don't know exactly what's in store for me for Fright Night next week. I think that's still in the works, but I will be there that night and I will be watching this match.
Good. Well, that's awesome. I can't wait. I'm just thinking of who can help me carve a pumpkin, but I'm bringing 2 scoopers this year. Let's see. All right, so let's do a pick 'em, guys. Who do you think? I mean, this one could go either way. We've seen impressive things from Jay Malachi, but he's not been in a high-profile title match just yet, like this one for a major singles title. What do you think?
I'm not sure Malachi's the man to take it from Dirty Joe. Sorry, Flash. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's young. It's going to come down to which one of these guys trainers, because we all know who trained each one of them. It's going to come down to who each one of these guys trainers taught the other one the dirtiest tricks.
It's going to be interesting. I did see Jay's match on AEW. He's got a ton of talent, super young up and comer. I watched a couple of his matches on YouTube. He's got great stuff. He's got quickness on his side. But Dirty Joe, he's pretty crafty. So he's going to have to be more than just quick to take down Dirty Joe.
Yeah. Jay Malachi is incredibly quick. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Right. No, you're fine. Dirty Joe, he definitely has the size and strength advantage and is surprisingly quick for a man of his size. And that's something that throws a lot of his opponents off, is they're expecting the strength. They're not expecting the speed and agility. So I think that's one of the reasons he's held on to this title as long as he has. However, from what I've seen in the AIWF, people don't hold on to titles very long, simply because the competition is so high. It's so, the competition is so tough that, you put that title on the line enough times and statistically, all this great competition, you're going to lose it.
It's been like that for several years in AIWF.
It certainly has.
The consensus in the comment section seems to be that they don't care who wins this title. They want Justin Flash or who wins this match. They want Justin Flash to get a shot at it.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, I would like to see that too.
Fans are speaking.
I always appreciate the fans.
Yeah.
They usually speak wisely. Usually.
Let's see. Okay, so let me pay some bills real quick here. This ad brought to you by Bill Pauley. And he's always been advocating for the disabled. He was told his whole life he couldn't do things, and he still has his learning disabilities now. He said since he was a kid, he wanted to be in the wrestling business, and that for 14 years, he says he's done everything in the wrestling business. Now he's restarting as a referee to show his son, who also has a disability, that nothing can hold you back except yourself. And as part of that, we are featuring a program that helps out disabled North Carolinians. They are the ARC. They are arcnc.org. That's arcnc.org. And if you are disabled or know somebody with a disability and you need some assistance, they offer all kinds of programs, support, events, all kinds of different things. And of course, if you want to donate to help out this great cause, you just reach out to them at that website. It's arcnc.org. That's arcnc.org. And I'll give it one more time to you, arcnc.org. And thank you, Bill Pauley, for supporting our program and getting the word out about this fine organization here. All right, next up, this is one I'm looking forward to. Sin Crowley against the Fighters Club's Don Pette. What do you think, fellas? Who wants to go first?
It's
This is going to
battle.
be such an odd match. Tombstones, lanterns, and caskets.
Oh my.
I don't understand the whole concept behind this match. This is one I might even have to slow down myself long enough that night to watch this one because I just want to see how this plays out. This one you're gonna have to see to figure out.
I did get some info on how this match works.
Okay, talk to us, please.
As far as I know, I'm allowed to share. The basics of this match, of course, there's going to be some kind of tombstones out there for them to, I guess, use as weapons, maybe. Lanterns in the casket. Casket will be involved. But to win this match is very similar to like a bull rope match, I think it is, or a bull strap match, where you have to hit all four corners.
Mhm.
From my understanding, there's going to be lanterns in all four corners, and you have to light all four lanterns. There we go. Get my words right to
Mhm.
win the match.
Oh, cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's subject to change. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's the details I received, and from my understanding, that's how this is going to work.
Wow.
So I'm curious. So I guess that means that if you get any lanterns that you light, you have to light all four. But then if you don't light all four, then they would have to be extinguished. Is that the case, or is it?
Referee's gonna have to blow them out.
Yeah,
From
what,
my
what if
understanding-
you light one, the referee don't see it, and your opponent blows it out?
Yeah. I
From my
would-
understanding, that whoever lights the fourth lantern is the winner, regardless.
Oh, okay.
That's about
Well,
all.
maybe
I
they'll
know.
use them
Okay.
bright light lanterns where you just got to flip a switch.
I hope so, because all that open
Sorry,
flame.
I've always had an issue with that.
Yeah, all that open flame in a crowded room, kind of makes me nervous. But
Now,
hey,
wait a minute, are you talking about us or WWE? Because
Uh-huh.
WWE will freaking set off a nuclear warhead on the stage, but they won't let Bray Wyatt have a lantern with a real flame in it.
I know, I mean in general, even when I go to WWE or WWF shows, setting off all that fireworks inside a building is not my favorite thing. Not anymore. Ever since that fire at that Great White concert up in Connecticut,
yeah,
or
I
Rhode
remember
Island
that.
years ago, yeah, not a fan of fireworks indoors. No.
That was a much smaller venue, but still, it's
Yeah.
I seen the video of that. It give me the creeps, boy.
oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
very creepy.
It's still out there. The guy who shot that got prison time for not helping anybody. Yes. Mhm. Sure did. But anyway, on a brighter note, Sin Crowley and Don Petty in the first ever Tombstones, Lanterns, and Casket match. It's a TLC match, but not in the tradition you're used to with WWE. Tombstones, Lanterns, and Caskets. Oh my. And that's going to take place at Fright Night coming up this Saturday night. I look forward to that. That's going to be wild.
And once again,
Yeah.
you got to watch out for Fight Club.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Th-
definitely.
This sounds
with
like
the
that kind of
steel.
match.
Deal with the steel. Big example.
Mhm.
I'm still not happy about the whole situation between me and Sin, but Fight Club's involvement has always got to be on the back of his mind.
Yeah, they've done a lot to support Sam Crowley and Nikki Valentine since they've been back. All right. Also on the card that night, this is one I'm really looking forward to. The Panamanian Poker, Benny Conley puts the TV title on the line against Ironhead Matt Anderson. Oh boy, Katie bar the door. You're gonna have to reinforce the ring for this because this is gonna be some hard hits. Rick Diesel, what do you look for in this one?
I feel like now Benny has been around so long, and he's a crafty veteran. Matt Anderson might have a weight advantage on him here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because Matt Anderson, he's solid. I mean, he ain't flabby, he's solid.
Yeah.
So Benny's got to pull out every dirty trick that he's ever learned to get through this one. And Matt Anderson, he's young, he's hungry, and he's got multitudes of fans behind him in the AIWF Mid-Atlantic.
He sure does. Brian Danzig, your thoughts going into this match?
Matt Anderson is definitely a serious contender. He could easily walk out of Fright Night with the title, but at the same time, Benny Conley could defend it. Both of them are very skilled technical wrestlers, and Matt Anderson again is another one of those guys who are big but deceptively agile and quick.
Mm-hmm.
So That's something that Benny Conley's going to have to watch out for.
Yeah,
So this one's a toss up for me. The only thing, the fact that Benny Conley is the champion, has the champion's advantage, might give him the slight edge. But again, like I said, it is so close to call that I wouldn't be surprised with either one of them walking out on Fright Night, the TV champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Flash.
I'd say Brian covered all my thoughts on this match. Other than Matt having the size advantage, I think this is actually going to be a pretty even match. It's really hard to tell who's going to walk out with the title on this one. Definitely going to be an exciting one to watch. But as Brian said, you got to give the advantage, if any, to Benny being the champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they got to beat you. You don't have to beat them. That's the champion's advantage. And if you think that's unfair, they had to face that champion's advantage when they won the title.
And he can poke all day long, but if Matt Anderson hits that spine buster on him, it's over.
Oh yeah. But it's unfortunate because with an eye gouge, and Jumping Jimmy used to be the king of that years ago, but Benny Conley has taken that moniker now. You can't go to the gym and get on an eye machine to strengthen your eyes. That's always going to be a weak point on the human body. So watch out, Matt. Maybe he could always maybe wear some safety goggles or something to the ring.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Pull a Jimmy Valiant versus Great Kabuki.
There you go. Yeah.
Put on the safety goggles.
Yeah.
I believe in one match. Oh no, I've forgotten his name. The referee, the famous referee,
Tommy Young.
Tommy Young. Yes, Tommy Young had. He also had safety goggles as well. So he put it on too.
That's great. So there you go, Matt Anderson. Our suggestion from the panel. Maybe
safety
to the past for guidance for the Panamanian poker, right? All right, let's see here. Next up, we're going to talk real quick about branch management. See, I'm trying to space these things out so I don't have to read them all at once. But branch management was our first sponsor, and we just absolutely love them to death. They are a tree service that operates in the Mount Airy, Surry County area. They could do pruning, just trimming back some limbs, lobbing the tops off of bushes, whatever. They can do complete tree removal if needed. They're very competitive and they offer great rates and free estimates and are here to serve you. If you would like to see if you qualify for a $100 referral bonus by turning your friends and family on to branch management, you can reach out to them at 336-648-9282 or 336-320-8994. That's for the tree service. And the $100 referral bonus is for the tree service as well. But if you just want a free estimate, they can come out, take a gander at what your project is, what you want to do, and get you a free estimate. Again, the tree service, 336-648-9282 or 336-320-8994. Give them a call. Tell them AIWF Ringside Wrestling sent you. Also, branch management does landscaping and pressure washing and just general, type of handyman type work like that, like general landscaping, cutting grass, weed eating, that type of stuff, gutter cleaning as well. And if you'd like to, are interested in those services, and hey, it's autumn now, guys, the leaves are falling, it's gutter cleaning time. 336-648-2487. That's 336-648-2487 for the landscape and pressure washing and gutter cleaning. Branch management, thank you for being with us for so long.
By the way, Kevin Edwards has reared his head in the comment section.
Oh, wow.
Sexy Kavina, ladies and gentlemen, is in the comment section. So if you have anything to say, there he is.
Say it to him. Send your hate tweets. Right.
Direct the hate toward the proper target.
Yeah. So Sexy Kavina, one of the most hated people I think ever to appear in Mount Airy.
Yes.
Up next, we got rumblings that the Fight Club weren't happy about, the Fighters Club was not happy about having to defend their titles. Case and Kane and David Parrish, well, you hadn't defended them really since you won them, honestly. I mean, maybe one time. So, you know, God forbid champions have to defend titles around here, you know.
I know, considering they're called the Fighters Club.
Yeah, you know, you'd think they'd fight
Boy,
every
how
once
she
in a while.
leaned in to say that.
Well, maybe David's already pissed off because Claire's like, you know, I got a match that night. I'm not going to be able to braid your hair. So,
See, we had a little lady that would braid the entire family's hair that was like this extra girl that would do our hair.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
we didn't have
Yeah,
a,
we had a designated hair braider.
a
We didn't
desi-
have it wasn't a wrestler.
a
Yeah,
designated-
Fighters Club, get you an extra girl.
Yeah,
Exactly.
one that doesn't have to
Yeah.
wrestle.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, the
But,
fighting
but you
ones
know,
were-
Matt, I mean, see, here's what I know about this match. As everybody knows, because of the hurricane, the October 1st show got canceled.
Mhm.
And the reason the Fighters Club has an issue with this is because the Sioux dudes were supposed to wrestle that night. And if they won, they got a title shot at Fright Night. There was no match, there was no show, and they're
Yeah.
still getting a match, a title match at Fright Night. So I kind of see where the Fighters Club's coming from on this one. They didn't really earn this title match in their eyes.
Right.
I mean, you know, playing a devil's advocate here.
Oh no, I totally get it. I mean, I understand that they feel some kind of way about that storm and the show not happening and the match not happening, and they feel like they've been pigeonholed into this. But you know, I mean, you're the champions, guys. You got to put the titles on the line. So Mickey Fulp and no comparison, Joe Harrison get their shot as the Sioux dudes with attitudes take on the Fighters Club. Justin Flash, I'll start with you this time. What do you think about going into this match? Let's hear your analysis, please, sir.
Seeing what these two guys, well, with these four guys, these two teams did when they faced off at Deal with the Steel. This match right here is going to be one of the ones to definitely watch in the night. For one thing, it's a ladder match. If anybody knows me, I love ladder matches.
Mhm.
Brian Danzig, as you know, I love ladder matches.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
I made
yeah.
sure your face met one a couple times.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
But this is going to be one that I'm excited to see personally. Now, as far as them not getting that match to earn their way into this title match, what they did against the Fighters Club at Deal with the Steel, I think proved that they deserve this match, even though they didn't have to go out and win another match. So I mean, that should take credit into this match being set up. And I'm guessing whoever did set this match up maybe considered that.
Yeah, it sounds like the championship committee took that into consideration. Justin, how about you, Brian Danzig? What do you think about this?
Well, yeah, I mean, they might have a case to say that the Sioux dudes with attitudes didn't earn the title shot. However, they have to defend the title against somebody. So you can't simply say, well, because they didn't earn the title shot, we don't have to defend our titles at Fright Night. You're going to have to defend them against someone. And the Sioux dudes with attitudes are one of the top teams in the AIWF Mid-Atlantic. So they deserve a shot just as much as any other team. So, you know, if you have the titles, so that's the thing about winning a title. When you win them, you have to defend them.
Yeah.
So,
Can anybody name me another tag team right now that's hot in the AIWF that deserves this match more than Sioux Dudes?
I can't. And I think Sioux dudes, by winning the Carson tournament, should have been granted a title shot anyway, just from that.
oh yeah,
So-
that alone earns, in my mind, earns them a title shot, hands down. They should never have had a stipulation of having to win a match to earn the title shot in the first place.
I didn't even
For
think
when
about
the,
that. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Rick Diesel?
Well, first off, I want to say that there's a gentleman in the comment section that is absolutely ecstatic about the fact that Brian Danzig's on here.
Oh, awesome.
And he dropped the F-bomb to prove it.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, and I get that. But here's the mystery around this. Somebody with the AIWF Mid-Atlantic signed off on this match, but the paperwork has been lost. I mean, nobody knows who booked this. Nobody knows who signed off on this match. That's the mystery behind it. And that's what the Fighters Club is using as their argument is they got a two-phase argument here. One, they didn't win a match on October 1st to earn this title shot. And two, nobody knows who signed this match. But it has been recorded into it's been recorded, it's in the books, it's ready, it's legal, everything's good about this match. But they've redacted the name of the person who signed it.
So we don't know if it was Commissioner Dave.
Who did it? I mean, I don't know. Nobody's fessing up to signing this match, but it is signed. It's there.
That smells like Smiling Diamond Dave to me.
It does. But the thing is, again, the way I'm looking at it and the way I'm hearing it is they keep trying to hide behind technicalities. We don't know who signed the match. Well, somebody did. The match is signed now. You're the champions. Defend the belts. It's that simple, really.
Well, somebody somewhere has took the technicalities. You're not getting out of this technicality out of the picture. So
yeah, and exactly. If you want to advocate on who you think you should be defending the title against, then fine. But I don't hear them saying that either. To me, it just sounds like they just simply don't want to defend the titles, and that's just out of the question.
Be like Damian Wayne, AIWF heavyweight champion. Be a fighting champion.
Exactly.
Yes, is he not?
Yeah.
He's fighting everybody. I'm waiting for him to fight a gorilla. I swear
No
to
kidding.
God.
I mean,
I'm waiting for him to cross paths with me again.
Well, and it wasn't that long ago that he lost the title, but then he won it back.
Right,
Like
back
24 hours later.
Weekend or
That's
something.
what a fighting champion does. They
Yes.
defend their title, and then if you lose it, you go for it again, and he won it back. So that's what a fighting champion does. And a lot of times, the belt doesn't make the man makes the belt.
And he is one tough guy in the ring. One of the toughest.
He has to be.
yeah, he's a world
He's a
champion.
world champion. He's a world champion, so he has to be tough.
Everybody comes after him, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Oh man. All right. And then our big main event, it is for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Championship, a Stairway to Hell match. Kevin Phoenix, Ty Tyson challenge Jack. And would somebody like to volunteer to explain to the listeners and viewers that do not know, what is a Stairway to Hell match? What are the rules? How does it work? How do you win?
Nobody knows anymore. It changes.
Oh,
It is a match that it's always been a three-phase match. Okay, it's always been like a three-stage match, but it's like you never know what the stages are going to be.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we even had this thing. Remember what was 2 or 3 years ago when Fright Night was in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and in England on the same night, or actually it was in England the night before.
right.
And so Fright Night was on 2 continents, and the Stairway to Hell match was under English rules that night. So I mean, I'm not really sure. They are going to announce the stipulations for this year at the show, because it's the first time it's ever been a triple threat match too. It's always been a singles match, 1-on-1. Now there's 3 guys in it. So this match changes all the time. Nobody actually knows what's going on with it, but it is one of the most dangerous matches we've had in a while. It's up there with the Brian Danzig TX, no ropes, barbed wire. Somebody might die every match they had in the 90s.
Somebody almost did die that night.
I know.
So basically it's 3 stipulations, and it'll be 3 different stipulations that'll be carried out during the match at some point. And I think I remember now, you jog my memory, it is like at timed intervals. So the first 10 minutes might be kendo sticks. The next 10 minutes might be tables, something like that. So, but so it's usually 3 different stipulations. So That's going to be interesting. Who wants to go first this time? I guess we'll go with Brian this time. Brian, what are you looking forward to in this match? Kevin Phoenix and Jack have something in common. They both hate Ty Tyson's guts. And that could be problematic, I think, if you're Tyson, but go ahead.
Yeah, it could. However, I don't think either one of them's hatred of Ty Tyson is going to outweigh their desire to either hold the championship or to take it back. I think that's going to be their main focus is to win the match. If they can hurt Ty Tyson in the process, great, but I don't think that's going to be either Jack or Kevin Phoenix's main objective.
Mhm.
The main objective, of course, is going to be winning the match and surviving the match. Again, if we don't know the stipulations, then more than likely they don't know the stipulations either. So you're really going to have a hard time preparing for the match. So all three of these men have a lot weighing on their mind before this matchup, and it's going to take a lot to either hold that title in the case of Jack or to win the title in the case of the challengers.
Absolutely. Justin Flash, your thoughts?
Ty Tyson, I've been in the ring with him before, and I've had a few bouts with Kevin Phoenix. Jack, I know very little about, other than I sound like a broken record, him and the Fighters Club. That's another thing that Ty and Kevin are going to have to watch out for, is their involvement, especially if any of these stipulations end up making the rules no DQ or whatnot, which could be all three stages. I don't know. But again, back of your mind, that's going to be happening. But I know very little about Jack's ring work, but I do know when he has a microphone and he's in front of a camera, he can really grab someone's attention. He has a very unique personality, and he really will make you listen when he's talking. So I've been paying attention to what he's had to say over the last several weeks with what he's been doing here and there. And you can definitely tell he's a mind games guy. So I'm sure he's going to be trying his best to make sure that Ty and Kevin focus as much on each other as they can to try and so he can outlast these two guys in this match and walk away with his title. That's what I'm expecting his strategy will be going into this match. And again, the champion's advantage, I don't see him losing the belt to either one of these guys, but the numbers could go against him if Ty and Kevin decide to work against him.
All right.
Yeah, and something interesting that Justin Flash brought up, the strategy of having Ty Tyson and Kevin Phoenix fight each other as much as possible. We've actually seen firsthand Jack use that to his advantage in a three-way match just a few months ago, early on in his early on when he first came to the AIWF.
Mhm.
One of the people in the matchup was Corey Edsel. I can't remember who the other opponent was, but he sat by at the commentators table with us while those two fought each other, wore themselves out, and then he jumped into the ring and defeated both opponents. So we've actually seen firsthand him use that strategy, and more than likely he's going to try to use it again. Kevin Phoenix and Ty Tyson need to, as much as they don't like each other, if they see Jack doing that, they need to focus back on the champion and don't let him take advantage of that strategy like he has before.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that, but when you brought it up,
Yeah, I had
remember
to until Flash had mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, you did mention that both Jack and Kevin hate Ty, but you can't expect Jack to have too many good feelings towards Kevin because I'm sorry, Kevin to have too many good feelings towards Jack because he did cash in the money at the piggy bank just recently to basically steal the title away from him.
Yeah, and Kevin Phoenix, played a big part in that. He beat Ty with a chair and then stood there and watched as Jax won the title. So I don't know. Rick Diesel, your thoughts?
It boils down to Jack has it Kevin had it, Ty wants it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And neither one of them, neither one of these three guys are going to be able to work together against the other one. I just don't see it happening. Or
Yeah.
I've never seen a three-way match that has this much triangulated animosity.
Mm.
Or you just almost always these triple threat, three-way dance, whatever you'll call them, matches. There's almost always two guys that can actually work together, at least for part of the match. I don't see that happening at all here. I don't see these three, either one of these three guys teaming up with another one to focus on one man. I don't think it'll happen. Even if they tried, I think the backstabbing would be so quick that and they know it. Jack may be a brawler, but he's not stupid.
Yeah.
And Kevin runs the network, so he's not stupid. And Ty Tyson has won titles in the AIWF, and he has fought some of the biggest, stars or whatever that's come around. So he's not stupid. He's been there.
Right.
So the strategy here is just every man for himself, and somebody's going to just about have to be beat to death to get pinned, because they're coming into this match with the focus of they're going to war. These three guys are.
Yeah, I think I think what you're saying is exactly right. I think all three of these men are smart enough, not to trust each other. And they know that they know that if they try to team up with either opponent, it's just going to be a matter of time before they're like you said, before they're stabbed in the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Hey, before you go, Matt, I want to talk about two things.
Okay, all right, hang on a second. I got one point I want to make.
No, that's fine. I said before we cut everything off, there's two points I want to address.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that after the Tease Treats ad, but I just wanted to point out, we've had some interesting nomenclatures and phrases used in AIWF history that belong to us. Like when we see somebody tied in the tree of woe, we call it the hickory tree. But I think that we may have a new wrestling history verbiage that has just been made tonight by Rick Diesel when he said triangulated animosity. I have never heard that in any analysis of a wrestling match in my entire life. And so I would I don't know, I'm just putting it to a vote there. I think that should go right in line with the hickory tree and some of the other things that has come about over
Still got it.
Yeah. It's like, but and you can use it for any three-way match. It's like, I watch a lot of auto racing, and it drives me crazy when the announcers say that track position is really important. Well, of course it is. The first person to finish the race wins it, so stop telling me that track position is important. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But you could use triangulated animosity to describe any type of three-way match or six-man tag or anything like that. So I'm just saying, I think we should think about archiving that one. But anyway, so real quick, let me mention Tease Treats, our most delicious sponsor. They are a food truck that operates out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. They can be in most parts of the state in multiple locations at the same time. Hot dogs, chicken, milkshakes, ice creams, for many varieties of funnel cakes. They're available for all kinds of festivals, whatever type of event you got. You need to get Tease Treats out there. They are plumb delicious. And you can give them a call at 336-755-8204, 336-755-8204, or visit them on Facebook at Tease Treats on Facebook, and good eating there. And of course, they'll be at Fright Night. Rick Diesel, what else? I know Tease Treats was at a soccer tournament today. Is that correct?
No, no. We was at a cheerleading competition today.
Oh, okay, cheerleading.
Yeah, and they about killed everybody.
Really? Well, there's some hungry kids there, huh?
Yeah, there was probably several hundred, if not pushing 1,000 people there.
Wow.
So
what's on tap for Tease Treats this week?
Well, let's see. Got a street festival Tuesday in Mount Airy on the Market Street. Saturday now is going to be weird for T Streets. The main trailer is going to be at a festival in Dobson, North Carolina. So we're bringing the second string trailer to Fright Night. Sorry, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's a business. Still got to go where the money's at. The big money, big money. But anyway, where the most people's at, and there will be a lot of people at that street festival ever in Dobson for Saturday. And I'm not sure about Sunday. I think there's something on tap for that, but I'm really not sure.
Is this going to be similar to the street festival they had in Dobson earlier in the year? The warm weather with the rides set up and everything, the streets closed. Yes. Oh man, yeah.
Yes. But now, if anybody goes to it, you just stay over. It's all day. You can still leave time to come to Fright Night.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a day out of it. Spend your day in Surry County. Start in Dobson at the county seat and at the street festival, and then move on over to Mount Airy and come see some wrestling. All right, looks like Smiling Diamond Dave has joined us. Commissioner, we were talking earlier about the mystery of who signed the tag team title match. Contracts are signed.
Nobody wants to admit it.
Yeah. So, and I said, well, that sure sounds like Smiling Diamond Dave to me, but I mean, I couldn't prove that in court. Would you like to fess up and tell us whether it was you or not, or are you going to leave that to the imagination?
Let's just say, Matt, let's let it be a surprise.
Let's let it be a surprise. Oh, so you're hinting that we might
He
find
didn't
out
do it. He knows who did.
Yeah.
What it sounds like.
Yep. But anyway, it's going to be a great card coming up for Fright Night. It really is. I'm really stoked about this. If you guys think back up over the years, favorite Fright Night moments.
Daniel Mays doing a moonsault off the top of the light show in Elkin, North Carolina. Nothing unless somebody dies, they'll never top that.
Yeah, that was 99. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And the thing about what made that even more devastating is the fact that not only did he do the moonsault from the light show through a table on the floor, the table collapsed. When we put D Nice on the table, it collapsed. So he did the moonsault from the light show on the table, but the table was lying on the floor.
Yes.
So making it even more devastating.
Yeah, that
I mean, it was, yes, that's, yeah, but you know, Daniel saw the table had collapsed, but he was like, I'm not backing down. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Kudos to Daniel Mays. He looked and saw that and he was like, well, I'm already up here, so here we go.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good 9 or 10 feet at least.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, he didn't look back at the fact that I was the one on the table and then did the moonsault on me, and the Bad Street Boys.
Oh, we
That's how
lost
they won
Brian.
the titles that night.
Yeah, we lost Brian. Yeah, but the Bad Street Boys won the titles that night. So all right. Who wants to go next? Favorite Fright Night moment of all the years?
Rick Diesel knows what I'm going to say. Mine's kind of selfish.
Go ahead, tell us about it.
Fright Night 2008. That was when I won the AIWF World Heavyweight title for the first time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a scheduled title match. I actually wrestled Sweet Daddy for the U.S. title, and Alpha Omega was the current heavyweight champion. He came out and interrupted our match, beat me down, and then gave me an impromptu title challenge. I accepted, and a few moves later, I was the new heavyweight champion.
Wow. 2008.
Never know.
Yep.
You never know. Justin Flash, you've been multiple time champion, at the top of the promotion. Is the first one always the most special, or did you have another title victory? The first one's always
the most special. I've only won it one other time. I think that was over Justin Overstreet 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
Before I went on my little hiatus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had heard Dusty Rhodes say that one time in an interview that they did with him, that he knows that the match when he beat Flair in '86 in Greensboro was the most widely seen because it was put on a home video and it's been re-released on DVD 6 million times. But he said in that interview, he was like, I know people aren't going to believe this, but the first one is always the most special. And when he beat Harley Race in Florida, that was the biggest title win of his life, and he never felt that excited, even though he was multiple time world champion. He never was as excited as he was in '91 at the first time.
Yeah, that's so true. I've had a lot of success, but Fright Night '08 stands out more than most of them.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind too that this is a recognized world title,
Mhm.
and that there's been so few champions you can put them all on the back of a t-shirt because we did it.
Yeah.
I got one.
In 30 years.
Yeah. I know. And that thing's been defended on every corner of the globe so far. One thing you will never be able to take away from Kevin Phoenix. During his title reign, he spent a lot of time touring across Europe defending
Yes.
that title over there. So, you know, he did a bang 'em up job. But I don't think anybody has more title defenses than Damian Wayne, because he'd wrestle every day of the week if he could. If he's like, hey man, you want to come to we're doing a benefit show in a church fellowship hall on a Wednesday night after prayer meeting. Can you make it? You know, and he'd be.
I feel like the overseas companies are missing out by not bringing Damian Wayne over there to defend that belt. They have no idea what they're missing out on.
Yeah, I think they would enjoy it, but you know.
Agreed.
Oh, there's Brian back in the waiting room. Let me let him back in. All right, Smiling Diamond Dave, have you got a favorite moment from all the years of Fright Night?
That's hard to say, Matt. My mind ain't as good as it once was, or it just ain't at all anymore.
We just need it to be as good once as it ever was.
Yeah, exactly. What you say. You know, it's been a long 3 weeks, trust me. But you know, I look at the AIWF now, you know, a lot of good matches. Seeing Ty Tyson come off top of that office, or whatever you want to call it, there in the corner of Veterans Park on top of everybody, you know, that was pretty amazing for a big man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so like I said, if you ask me tomorrow, I could probably tell you 4 or 5. But
all right. My personal,
Mine's having some technical issues.
Looks like my personal favorite was 1998, because Billy and I dressed up as the Insane Clown Posse and rapped at the beginning of the beginning, and I did not realize how much endurance you needed to be able to run around a room and rap. And that was in the Insane Clown Posse was all the rage at the time. They were in ECW, you know, doing stuff with them. They even talked about wrestling in some of their songs. So
what year was that?
1998.
Okay, that was before I came along. I was like, how do I not remember that?
Oh, yeah, it was something.
Video of that, Matt?
Yeah, it's video. There were some still shots rolling around there for a long time. But they might have.
You know what?
Big
I think
Diesel,
what
we
I'm
need to
going to
find
do,
that
Matt.
footage.
I think what I want to do, Matt, on future shows, I was going to send a match in to you this week, and I'm sorry, it's my fault. I didn't get around to it. I've been so busy, but I think I need to get into that box of pictures back there and start pulling out pictures from the old days and showing them.
Yeah. There's that whole thing was filmed. We didn't censor ourselves. We warned the crowd before the song had bad language in it, and we just went ahead and did it. But it was fun for myself and Billy, but any still shots that were taken of that night probably ended up on fire in the backyard of an ex-girlfriend. But Rick Diesel, what have you got a favorite Fright Night moment over?
Well, I let it off. Remember Daniel coming off the light show? I will never forget that.
I know Brian got cut off in the middle of telling us his.
Yeah, Brian's.
They're having technical difficulties right now, so it's okay, Brian. There's next week, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, Matt, can we do that thing I want to do? Because I know we get running out of time.
Yeah, man. Go right ahead.
Look, I need you to bring up the picture of the T-shirt for Fright Night again.
All right, hang on a second.
I want to see if anybody noticed the hidden features in it.
Hidden features.
Yes.
Oh, mystery. Hang on a second here.
I was studying it pretty hard. I didn't see nothing. I must have didn't look hard enough.
Evidently, we'll take a look at it again, though.
All right. If you look behind the pumpkins, you can see the ghosts of the 3 guys in the main event.
Oh, yeah, I do see that now. Look at real close.
And if you look in the moon, Sin Crowley is watching over them.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see that.
Oh, that's
See the Sin
badass.
Crowley face?
That's
Yeah.
pretty wicked.
I wonder what that was. Okay. Yeah, that's really subtle, but really good.
That makes me like it even more.
Yeah. Whoever designed this shirt, nice job.
Heck yeah.
Would this be Amber?
No. But it was thought. It was some thought put into it, and like I said, the ghost of the three guys in the main event is a little more obvious, but the Sin Crowley face in the moon, that's the one that everybody. But you can see it once you know it's there. You can see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all till you said something.
Yeah, I thought it was just
That's wild.
outlines of bats. You know, that's what I thought it was, just outlines of bats in the background, because you see the bats there, right?
Yeah.
The people that are listening on audio are like, no, I don't see. Well, go out of your way again to see the video of the show, or just come to the show and get one. I mean, we'll have them on display there. You can see it up close and personal. That's this Saturday night at Veterans Park in Mount Airy. Bell time 7:30, but something that's important to note. There will be a trunk or treat going on at Veterans Park before the show from 4 to 6 p.m. Is that correct, Rick Diesel? You're nodding?
Yes.
Okay. And so if you want to come and your kids can score some candy a couple of days early, we'll be there. We'll be there handing out candy. I'll probably stop and get another bag to hand out. And so come on up to the park and score some Halloween candy, get those kids all sugared up, and then bring them into the show and let them yell and scream and burn off all that energy. So
Now, and I know we're getting close to being out of time, Matt, but there is one thing that I want to address, but I don't know, maybe it's off limits. I don't know, but I got to address the gorilla, the elephant in the room. All right. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Justin Flash. Do you have any inside information on Adam Page?
Oh yeah.
I can say he's doing fine.
Good.
He did get knocked out in that match, but he is fine. He recovered pretty quickly, but he's getting his head right, and he'll be back soon, I'm sure.
Well,
everybody knows that you and Adam Page were like these thick as thieves. Y'all were tight at one time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so I had to ask Matt. You wasn't gonna do it.
well, I thought about it, but I didn't know, man, because I didn't. I saw that, and that was a nasty, nasty spill. And
Yeah.
I've seen people like at the rodeo get thrown off bulls, and when you see somebody get knocked out and they just hit the ground like that, and somebody said Cornette maybe said you could tell by the way he was laying that he got knocked out. I mean, the instant
his
you
back
saw it
was arched up off the mat.
yeah,
That's when I knew something was wrong.
yeah, and kudos to them for the doctor jumping in there and stopping that match.
Definitely.
Because I know enough about Adam Page to know that if left to his own devices, he would have kept going. But he was knocked out cold, and so I'm glad to hear he's okay.
I messaged him and he didn't get back to me, which I didn't expect him to, but I just wanted to know that he was okay. Somebody else that I know with AEW actually messaged me that night to let me know that he was awake and doing okay. So that helped me get to bed that night. I finally got to talk with him the next day, and I don't know exactly how he's recovering now. I haven't talked to him since, but I know he had all the senses about him and whatnot the next day, and he was doing okay.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those head injuries, man. Yeah, they're dangerous. And we still don't. I don't even think we've scratched the surface of beginning to discover, the long-term implications head injuries can do. So, best of luck, Adam Page. Hope to see you back doing what you do soon. Anybody else got any thoughts, comments, or anything they want to share before we go? Yes, we got Brian back.
Yeah, finally. Laptop died. But I'm just I think Fright Night is shaping up to be a really great night of action. And anybody that if you have the chance, come out to see it. It's going to be great.
Yes, and there's no truth to the rumor that Bobby Dalton is going to dress up like Nick Melinda and walk a tightrope across Veterans Park. So I just want to dispel any of those rumors right now. Not happening.
That's scary.
I'd love to see it though. So Bobby, if you decide you want to, we could probably work it out. Oh,
Yeah, just because there's no plans on it doesn't mean it won't happen. So
Exactly right.
we could talk him into it.
yeah. And Bobby Dalton will walk a high wire 50 feet above the ring.
Hey, you know, Bobby, if you butter him up,
He'll
oh,
slide
never mind, it's
across.
Thanksgiving. I'm sorry.
You calling Bobby a turkey? All right. We love you, Bobby. We hope you get Santa Claus brings you a new microphone for Christmas this year. That's for sure. So again, I'll throw it back to you guys one more time. Any final thoughts, anything before we go? Fright Night is this Saturday night.
I think everybody ought to make sure they come out, trick or treat. They might find out who set that match for the tag team championship.
They might.
So curiosity killed the cat. Come out and find out.
But we promise you won't. Nobody will kill you if you come to Fright Night. So don't. Yeah, you're going to be perfectly fine. Just stay in the stands. Don't get in the ring. All right, gentlemen. Well, I guess that'll about wrap it up for us this week. Again, Fright Night is this Saturday night, October the 29th. 29th. Thank you. At Veterans Park at 7:30. But come early for the trunk or treat. That will start at 4 o'clock. That runs from 4 to 6. And then the wrestling will get started at 7:30 p.m. or thereabouts. Ticket prices are the same as always, $8 for the floor, $6 for the bleachers. So come on out and have a good time with us this Saturday night. It's going to be wild and going to be rough, and something weird always happens at Fright Night, and it never fails.
I will see all you guys in Mount Airy next Saturday.
All right. So wrestling fans, for Justin Flash, Brian Danzig, Smiling Diamond Dave, Rick Diesel, I am Mad Matt Carter. Thank you so much for tuning in to AIWF Ringside Wrestling. We'll see you next time, fans. And until then, so long for now.
Good night.